the blank page. For a writer, the blank page is a dream, right? The start of something, the ability to craft something out of nothing, to put what's going on in here onto the page with words and letters, because letters make the words. There's not really much else a writer does other than letters and words. And the combination of this into sentences and paragraphs, etc., etc. The overview, of course, is that the blank page is the writer's nightmare. There's nothing there. There's nothing to go on. It's a blank canvas ready for us to regurgitate our nonsense onto, in the hope that whatever comes out will make sense, be enjoyable to read to yourself, and then possibly even be enjoyable to read for somebody else. That's kind of the end goal, right, for all these kind of things. And that view, that kind of dream or nightmare view, that's not going to be a static view. Writing is a process. It is something I haven't done for about 10 years in a kind of real, proper way. And I want to do it again. I want to see if I can do it again. But what I've moved on to since then is the streaming, the video recording, the content creation, and really this kind of collaborative, in a way of doing things. Because you're not collaborating for in kind of the normal sense. It's not a team of writers. You're not in a writer's room. You're not mixing these different ideas from different people. Different voices aren't really inputting onto the page. It's not that kind of collaboration, but it's the collaboration of almost a kind of performance piece, in a way, of this is my work, this is my process, this is how I do it. But then, because you are doing it in the open, people can give you comments. As a writer, when do you normally get your first lot of comments? Normally when you send it out to either your editor or friends and family. And by then, really, if you've made a mistake, it's too late to do anything about it. The book has been writ, and you can see many times where a writer's vision and an editor's vision do not particularly mesh, and stories can take a weird turn. And sometimes you wonder, is that what the author wanted? Was that the original journey, or is this did this come from an editor? Did this come from a publisher? Did this come from an external source which made them then doubt what they were doing? Kind of coming in at the ground floor and saying to everybody, all right, this is what I'm working on. This is what it's going to be. You're going to watch me world build. You're going to watch me ask all the questions I always ask when I'm building my world. And then beyond that, what kind of story do I want to write? What kind of characters do I need? Are we talking fantasy, high fantasy, low fantasy? Are we talking... it's always going to be fiction. I'm not going to do non-fiction. But, are we talking, high adventure, low adventure? Are we talking no adventure? Could this just be the story of a tavern owner and their various tales, of a bard who just goes around spinning the tales of other people in a kind of story collection? All these kind of things. And I want to mix these two. I want to do the writing project, and I want to do the streaming, the recording, the videos. And I want to give myself a time limit. This is probably the stupidest part of this whole project, is the time limit. And to mix in one of the other things I love doing every year, which is NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, for those who aren't aware. And normally with NaNoWriMo, I use it as a kind of... I do write a story, a full story, but I'm also well aware that it's all over the place. I think of it as... my approach is I've got all these different ideas, and I write the ideas down, loosely try and connect them all, connect the dots. But what I know I'm doing is I'm thinking of characters I might want to pluck out of what I've done and put into something else. It's kind of like a lengthy note-taking session or, brainstorming session, but rather than just leaving it loosely based, at the end of it, I've got 50,000 words of either locations, political intrigues, possibly some storylines I want to follow through and then kind of, build up. What I haven't done in a long, long time is actually try to write a book that I would be happy to say to somebody, can you read this? Do you like this? And even when I do that normally, I think, no, nobody wants to read this. And in the bin it goes. Well, not the bin, but you know what I mean. By putting myself out there right at the start, the kind of fear at the end of, will anybody like this, disappears because I'm getting rid of that fear right at the start of the process. It's, okay, here it is. And it either stops incredibly quickly because I can't beat this fear at the start, or once we got past it, we're going to make it to the end. And the plan here is we're going to make it to the end. So the basic plan for this project that'll be on this channel and also on my Twitch channel at times, Twitch TV/PlisaCake, is just to do it in the open. Voyeur writing. Hopefully that doesn't become a thing, especially when I'm writing my erotic murder she wrote. That can just get awkward. So that's the plan. We're going to start with world building. We're going to start with brainstorming. It won't even be this piece of software. This is Scrivener. I'm sure a lot of people, if you're writers, know what this is. We're going to be using one of the other pieces of software from the same company called Scaffold, which I often use just for kind of the free-form brainstorming and then the world building, and then we'll be moving that through probably Aeon Timeline, then back into Scrivener as we get to the point where we actually got a story. October is all about brainstorming, world building, character building, all the kind of stuff you need, and then finally coming up with an outline for a story during October. November, with NaNoWriMo, is going to be writing the thing and getting it done, so 50,000 words minimum, and then actually trying to get the whole story out during the month of November. And then December is editing and then finally putting it out so people can enjoy it. So that's the plan. That's what this project is. It's going to be a lot of me talking. It's going to be a lot of random stuff going up on the screen. I will be talking out loud as I do it. As we get into it, as we start to kind of sketch the story out, I might ask for, I will ask for input from chat and people who are watching. What would they like to see here? In very general terms, if we've got a situation where a character could die or could survive, do you want them killed off or do you want them to survive? Because then that changes the story. It gives me more of a challenge to keep the story going, keep it fresh as we go. Even though we've got an outline, that outline could change as we go, and I think that will add a little bit of excitement to it. And then at the end of the day, December, there will be something on Kindle, Kindleable, self-published nonsense. And we'll see how it goes. That is the idea for this project. There will be a lot of content coming out for it. Trying to keep the balance. Because I want to do it live, most of it is probably going to be on Twitch first, in long form. And then I might try and do short form catch-ups on the YouTube side. I don't know. I don't want to get so bogged down in the kind of where do I want this to go that I don't actually do it. Because the important part is getting it done and hopefully bringing some people along for the ride who will enjoy it. So that's what this is. That's what this video is. This is kind of me committing to what I want to do, number one. Two, kind of explaining how I'm going to do it. And then three, if it's out there, I feel more of the need to follow through on it and actually do it. So that's why this is here. The first brainstorming session will be on the 1st of October, which is Thursday. I don't know what time. It will probably be before my normal streaming time. And probably only for an hour and a half, 2 hours or so, as we kind of work out what world building is, what pieces of the world I feel I need to build up first. And we will take it from there. So join me if you want, right? Follow me here, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Just look for Police the Cake. Join the Discord if you want to get involved and chat as we go through this. I will be making a new Discord channel just for this process. And come along for the ride. Come and see what happens. I think it's going to be interesting. Hopefully fun. Hopefully even fun. I don't know. We shall see. I've wanted to do this for a while. I'm just going to, just going to do it. We're going to get it done, and we're going to see what happens. 3 months of my life. It's not going to be wasted. I'll have something at the end of it. And if it's something people enjoy, we might even do it again. We shall see. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching this. And hopefully I will see you soon. Bye for now.